And we're live, I think. Let's see. Trying to pull the page up so I can see the comments during live here. So let's go. Let's go live. Man, I can't wait to talk to you guys about this stuff this morning. Here we are. And there we go. Boy, I really need some better lighting outside. Let's see. Sonia, hey, how you doing? Good morning. You know what we're talking about this morning. Well, one of the exciting things we're talking about this morning. I got my coffee brewing still. You know what? I looked at my clock. I was trying to set up the Adobe Premiere so I could kind of give a sneak peek at the Minnesota episode. I swear I'm going to get it out this week. Anyways, I was trying to pull Premiere up to show you guys a sneak peek during the live stream for the Minnesota episode, and I got distracted, and then it was 8:58, and then I got everything ready, and then it was 9:01. So again, I'm late this morning. So, but good news, I found the Snake Space shirt. Right? See it? It's been lost. I haven't been able to find it. So let's see. This morning I got Herschel. Got Herschel with me this morning. Herschel is my banana pied. And I had him on last week because I couldn't get him out of his cork, and then suddenly he came out of his cork. So he ended up being on the live stream last week, but he was out this morning, so I thought it'd be a good opportunity to bring him out. He's still acting a little shy, a little nervous. He's been holed up in his cork for a few weeks. I'm not sure what's going on with him, but I think because of the move, he's been stressed out, so he's been kind of hiding and stuff. So hopefully he'll get back to being the normal social snake that he usually is, you know. So hoping to get there. Morning, Candy. How you doing? Glad to see you here. We're going to talk about some cool stuff today. I know Sonya knows a little bit about it because I've been talking to her here and there. But yeah, it's going to be cool. Wait for my coffee to get done. I don't know if Herschel's going to make it. See how jumpy he is? Yeah, he's pretty stressed out. I'm not sure, what we're gonna. I'm hoping that once we get settled back in, I haven't been trying to work with him a lot because of the move, because we're in a, a different space for him. But I'm hoping once we get settled back into our new house, when it's finally done, that he'll calm down a little bit after a couple months of realizing his settings aren't changing, his view isn't changing, and see. It's not normally like that. It'll be all right. It's good to have him out, though. So, Candy, you guys know caffeine on board? Dude, I am brewing my cup right now. I'm brewing my cup right now. Can you see? I haven't had no coffee yet. I'm still carrying the bags of yesterday, so I'm getting there, though. So I was saying in the beginning, there weren't that many people in here at that point, but I was saying in the beginning that I was trying to get my Adobe Premiere set up because I want to show you guys a sneak peek of the Minnesota episode, but it doesn't seem to be cooperating. But I'm going to intermittently work on it over here because I really want to show you guys, I know I'm supposed to have it out, but I don't know. It has to be doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And then I'm going to do that. So, yeah, I really want to show you, at least a sneak peek of the episode. But, oh, look, it's pulling up. Maybe I can. Let's see. Oh, and now we're recording. Let's see if we got some sound. Can you guys hear it? Hey, everybody. Welcome to Earthbound. I'm going to turn it down because I don't want you to hear it until I can play it. So, I got some really cool footage though, and I really want to get it out because I know everybody's been waiting on a new episode. And I've been just running the channel on live streams and shorts for the last month or so, and I just really haven't had time to work on the episode. But I'm going to dedicate some time this week after my regular job to get it done and get it out to you guys because it takes us out of town and takes us to a new place, shows us some new adventures, meet some new people, see some cool snakes. But it's going to be related to this announcement we've got coming up this morning, which is an even bigger and more exciting opportunity for our channel. So I want to make sure we get some people on here before we start talking about it, and that way I can kind of get the message out all at once. I'll be marketing this next event over the next week, and it's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. It's going to be awesome. All right, let's see here. What should I show you guys the beginning? I don't want to show you the beginning. Yeah, let's start here. I'll just show you the scenery thing that I got set up. Okay? How many people we got in here? All right, 13. We got 13. This isn't too bad. So let me just introduce Herschel again here since we get more people in. This is Herschel. This is my banana pied ball python. Herschel is a little more than a year old. I think he's a year and a half. I have to look at his chart. But he's a really great guy. He's really sweet. He is under a little stress because we recently moved. But, I mean, once he knows it's me touching him, you see he kind of calms down a little bit. I've had Herschel for a while, since he was a little baby. And he's decided recently that he doesn't like frozen thawed. I don't know what changed, but I switched everybody to frozen thawed that I had on lives, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago. And Herschel is one of the only ones that recently has continued to not take the frozen thawed. So I've been having to go get him alive every week to feed him. So, and he didn't take it this week either. So we're gonna go up to Pittsburgh, my favorite pet store, and pick up a live rat for him today. And I have a live feeding video that I've been contemplating on putting out. It's Mary Jane, and those of you who are regulars to the channel, you know who Mary Jane is. You know her real well. It's the sweetest ball python I probably got. Her and Dorothy. But I got a feeding video. It's just gonna be a short. It's a kind of a sped through video of I just want people to see that don't have the chance to see that how they eat, and how it's not scary, and that they only eat rodents. If you don't, as long as you're not handling rodents, your snakes won't bite you. You can eat a cheeseburger, have some chicken, whatever. Well, I haven't tested the chicken theory, so let me try to get bit first before you eat chicken and go handle your snakes. I'll try first. Oh, we got a bunch of comments. Let's go over and look. We got a bunch of comments. I'm sorry, guys. I was rambling on there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I wasn't there for the live stream last week, or last time, and I should have been. But I've been really, really busy. Actually, I got a contact. I'm going to chat with Bob today about this event we got coming up next week. It's going to be super cool, guys. Like, we're going to be at a different location. We're going to have tons of animals on the channel on a live stream. So, Somewhat Funny said hi. Mythical, I don't know what FYP means. But good morning. Hope you got some good coffee. Let me see here. Dude, it is what it is. I want to see me. I don't know what you mean by that, Sonya. I want to see me. Am I missing something? I want to see me. Good morning. Hope you have a blessed day. Much love. Hey, Ricky. Glad to see you back, man. Glad to see you back. So stick with us here in a minute. I'm going to get to talking about what we have going on next week because it's going to be cool, and you guys have the chance to win some prizes and get some free stuff, some free gifts from us. And so I want to see all you want. So yeah, we'll talk more about it here in a minute. Sonia, yeah, you want to see you in the video. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You okay? All right. Um. Oh, for your pleasure. Oh, that's what that means. So, okay. And why aren't we refreshing over here? Jeez. I tell you guys, live stream is not as easy as it looks. Let me get some coffee and we'll get to talking about what we're doing next week, okay? Because it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. Traveling to a different country and go check out what they got going on over there. So we'll talk about here. Let me see what coffee's doing here. I think we're done and ready. Oh, yeah. Herschel is very tense this morning. He does not want to be on the live stream. And I feel bad because I don't have Melody here to take him in and get me a different snake. But he'll be okay. He'll be fine. It's just, here you go, buddy. Hey, buddy. Okay, so, get a drink of coffee. Where are we at here? 6 people in? What's everybody drinking this morning? What is everybody drinking this morning? I just kind of want to know. So I'm drinking Starbucks espresso bean. It was a full bean. You know, I always get full beans for the episodes. And I didn't bring the bag out with me because I figured it's a well-known enough brand. You guys could probably find it if you really wanted to. I do not care for it that much. It seems, you know, being an espresso bean and being a dark, you would think it would be nice and rich, but it's not. It's kind of, it's really light for for an espresso bean, right? But it's not that good. But I'm gonna chug through it. It'll be okay. Melody's supposed to be bringing me a Starbucks soon, so that'll help. Okay, so how many people we got in here right now? Just a regular old Dunkin'. That's okay. Dunkin' Donuts coffee is good. I don't know where, you know, it's so if I ever go get gas station coffee, I don't know where you live, but here we have 7-Elevens. I'm sure you have 7-Elevens where you live too. But they have the best out of gas stations. They have the best coffee islands ever. You know, you can make their coffee taste like anything, and they're great. The dark roast is good. I mean, for gas station coffee, that's where I prefer to get it from. But Dunkin' Donuts would be right there with it because they have some great coffee there. Great coffee. Oh, Red Sun, a grape monster. I wonder what that tastes. No, I don't. I don't like monsters, but I get it. You know, I know a lot of people do. My son was drinking monsters for a while. I used to like what is it, the Loca Mocha, something like that, right? Not the mocha one. I don't know, the caramel one or the vanilla one. Not the mocha one. The other two. The other two coffee bean ones. Those are really good. Um, Dude, wait a minute. Wait a minute, Sonya. You found diet grape soda? Dude, I've been looking all over for that. You know I'm diabetic. I've been looking all over for that. I was amazed when I found Diet Sunkiss, Diet Fanta, Diet Red Pop. Yeah, I'm a little ghetto boy, so orange and grape pop are like my favorite. And then I haven't been able to have them for years now. And then suddenly I found the Diet Orange, and it was like, oh. So now I want the Diet Grape. I don't know if I have to order it online or I don't know, go to Walmart and ask them to get it for me. I don't know, but I've got to find it. What kind is it? Tell me where it's at. Send me some. whatever you have to do. Ajan, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. No, not afraid of snakes. Not at all. Nothing to be scared of, really. Snakes don't usually want to mess with you. If you find them, if you come across them in the wild, you don't want nothing to do with them. You simply just leave them alone. They go on about their business and they keep hunting for their prey or finding a place to be at. And nothing happens to you. Nothing happens to the snake. Everybody walks away or slithers away, rather, uh, in peace. So snakes, they only strike for two reasons, right? To eat or in defense. And as long as you're not giving it any one of those reasons to strike you, then it won't. We talked about before on the live stream that a lot of the venomous bites, people don't realize, a small percentage of venomous snake bites are innocent, from people just walking through the wrong place at the wrong time. And I think it's low, something like 2 or 4% of venomous snake bites come from people just walking. They're innocent. It just happens, and it does. We're animals like anything else. So, we're in their territory, and we may accidentally do something that makes them feel defensive when we don't see them. So it happens. But 98%, 96%, or the opposite it was of what I said a minute ago, it is of venomous snake bites are from people messing with the snakes when they shouldn't be. They don't know what kind of snake they are. They do it and they think they can handle it. They're not as experienced at dealing with venomous snakes. I personally don't handle venomous snakes. I'm not scared of them, but I'm not going to disturb them either. I respect snakes. I respect all animals, so I give them their space. Where we at, John? Yeah, many of us are here because we love snakes and we love reptiles. This is what our channel is all about, right? Snakes and reptiles, exotic animals. As you see, as soon as I quit stalling, we're gonna get some different animals on here that you probably wouldn't expect to see on this channel just yet. But I'm stalling for a purpose. So let's see what else we got in here. Thank you, Irem. Thank you. He is a very beautiful snake. He is. He's one of my favorites because pieds are always cool. And I have a ghost pied side, little man, and I'll have to show him one of these weeks on the live stream. But these pieds are just, it's so clean. And then what it does to the patterns on them too, it almost obliterates a lot of the patterning, which is really cool. He's just a banana pied, so he's just the two genes, but he, his patterning, he's not, no alien heads. None. Look at him. You can't have coffee, dude. Get your head out. And then his little last saddle here is just so cute. He's got one little saddle left right here on his tail. So, but this pied, so here's the thing about pieds is, bananas, they get a lot of freckles. Banana ball pythons, the banana morph, can get a lot of freckles down at, well, here at Earthbound Misfits, we call them banana seeds, right? Because it's cute. But even with his freckles, as you can see, he's got some here. These are the banana pied freckles that you see. Those are not mites. Very healthy snake. But he won't get them on any of this white, which I think is really cool. Because there's something there that is keeping any of this coloration from getting in here. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter how many times he sheds, his white is always going to be his white, and his yellow is always going to be his yellow. His patterns may change, his coloration may change where he does have color, but that white, even here, will always stay this high white. So that's what's cool about pieds, I think. That's one of the cool things about pieds. And he does have an emoji somewhere. Right here. Right here. See it? As he's crawling past. I can't get him to. But yeah, he's got an emoji, so he's an emoji snake. Albanian. Okay, that's why it's hard. Oh, okay. Albanian. Oh, it's Albanian. What? That's why it's hard. So am I saying, if I say Ajan, is that right? Ajan? Let me know in the comments because I want to figure that out. I get, I'm an American. I'm a dumb American. I always get names wrong. Uh, I apologize. But I promise I'm cultured. I promise. Um, how does touching its skin feel like? It feels, I don't know how to explain it. A lot of people think that's never handled a snake before think it feels slimy, that it would feel slimy. It really doesn't though. He just feels like a big muscle with scales. He's and all of them. I don't know how to explain it. Um, how would you guys explain that? How does a snake feel? How does a snake feel when you hold it? Those of you who have snakes at home, try to describe that in the comments because I don't know. It's like holding a muscle. You know, um, it's not icky. They don't leave any kind of trail on you or anything. I think my dog wants out, guys. You guys want to see Lola? Should I let Lola out? Does he have a name? Yes, his name is Herschel. He's named after William T. Herschel, the scientist who discovered bands of light that our eyes aren't fit to see. So, gamma rays, X-rays, UV, ultraviolet light, um, microwaves. He's the one that discovered that. I told the story last week because Herschel actually ended up on the live stream. So I kind of had to tell the story about who William T. Herschel was. But I'll tell you real quick again. He's a lot like Isaac Newton. So Isaac Newton took the prism and shined photons through it, shine light through it, and it broke it up, right? It refracted. It broke it up. And it showed these different colored bands of light. Well, he almost discovered the same thing that William Herschel discovered, except for William Herschel decided he was going to take temperature probes and measure each band of light to see what color or if each band of light carried a temperature, right, a different temperature, and they did. But his test probe was sitting outside of the realm of the broken up light, and it read hotter than any of the light inside the prism. So what he came to discover was that there were bands of light and photons that our eyes weren't evolved to see, like gamma rays, X-rays, microwaves, ultraviolet light. And that's why when you look up at the night sky, all you see is these lights, these twinkle lights. But if you could see gamma rays, microwaves, and X-rays, you'd see a whole lot more. So, I didn't mean to make that so long. Back to the comments here. So Herschel is his name. It can feel a bit rough or very smooth. Some have what are called keeled scales that are rougher. Yeah. So I guess, yeah, snakes. Some snakes do feel different. In the Minnesota episode, we caught a bunch of water snakes, which will be up, and they have a slightly keeled scale, so they feel rougher. But I mean, the overall, and corn snakes feel a little different because they have a ridge that sits right here on the edge of their belly that really roughens up and helps them climb and be semi-arboreal. Corn snakes, milk snakes, rat snakes. Where you going, buddy? Where you going? Everybody wants to see you. Stay up here. He's a normal lizard. He's in the cage, like a big one. Okay. What kind of lizard do you have? Sam Science Corner, coffee with snakes. Yeah, Melody, yeah. I'm always taking the chance to explain some scientific stuff because I love science. I love science, and evolution specifically is like my favorite subject of all to talk about. Like Blue, my lizard. Love to own a pet snake. Yeah, there's some places here you're not allowed to own certain snakes. The county next to me, or rather next and below in Indiana, St. Joe County, you're not allowed to own ball pythons, which is specifically, which is very weird, because they're the most docile, one of the most docile snakes you can own. They really are. They don't. I mean, Herschel, he's been handled a lot, right? But even then, they don't. Like I said earlier, they don't strike unless they feel defensive or they want to eat. And as long as you're not mean to your snake and you work with it, you can do all kinds of stuff with it. They make great pets. They really do. Yeah, ball pythons of all species, Sonya. I seen your comment. Yeah, like I don't get it either, man. And a lot of the breeders around here, they're just like, this is such a weird, weird law. Johnny is a male, so Johnny is your pet lizard then. Yeah, I'd love to know what kind of lizard you got. That's interesting. And then Johnny is a male. He can sleep fat. Okay, on a pet snake. I wonder what country are you in that you're not allowed to own snakes? This channel is a lot about educating other people, but myself as well. Because there's a lot. I'm always like looking for great information and just new stuff to learn. I love learning stuff. So all they need, yeah, people generally just need a little bit of education. I find that people who are scared of snakes, once they start talking to me and they see me handling my snakes or they see how my snakes act, when even if they're just in their enclosure, they tend to calm down a little bit and um, they're more willing to accept the fact that I have pet snakes because I have people that are like, I won't even go in your house. I'm like, yeah, because they're gonna smell you, man, and then they're gonna come find you, and then they're gonna eat you. This 4-foot snake is gonna come eat you, 6-foot human. Live in Italy. Oh, you can't wait. Okay, so my wife has been talking about moving to Sicily or Italy eventually after the kids are grown, which I'm totally down for. But if you can't own snakes, that's not going to be the country for me. That's not going to be the country for me. But man, I would love to visit. So, what part of Italy are you from? I wonder. Gonna outlaw owning pencils. They almost did that, and then they had to come up with a new lead because of lead poisoning. Just a little Jeopardy information. I don't know. Oh, you need a special permission, like a permit or a licensing, right? And I've just learned yesterday that um, in the county I'm talking about, which is St. Joe, Indiana, which is just south of us. We live in Michigan, but I guess with certain permits you can breed them there, but they're not allowed to, or you can sell them or something. I don't know. So there's a Petco that doesn't carry them, and then there's one that does. Which I wish, if Petco I would just wish they would have people who really knew about reptiles, handling the reptiles. Yep, Candy, Candy nailed it. John. So go on, yeah, find out what kind of lizard you have, and then make sure, or you can do it now if you want. Pop over to Google, pop back and let us know what kind of lizard you have if you can, or take a picture of them and do like the Google Lens thing. I don't know if you can do that there, but yeah, um, I'm a Turkish living in Italy, so things are harder for me to get permit for. You're American, things could be easier for you. Also, you have had a while you were in the U.S., so I don't know. Okay, yeah. Well, we're allowed to own. For the most part, most places allow you to own snakes here. For venomous, you need special permits, licenses, and stuff like that. But non-venomous snakes, most places let you own them here. Um, I'm sorry you have to deal with that over there, man. You know, uh, the fact that I guess what I think you're saying is because you're Turkish, it's a little harder for you to get things done there, and that sucks, man. I don't I don't know what to say about that. Things like that. I just try to be a example of what I think the world should be. Right? We love people. We love people like we love animals, and people are animals too. So yes, it's a yes. Vanad Fafal, Vanad. Am I saying that right? Yes, it's a real snake. Yep, he is very real, and his name is Herschel. And he's great. He's a great guy. He's a great guy. So, what's that name? Rear, near, Mir, cute. Wherever you are, it says cute snake. Thank you. He can't read, but I tell him. He said you're cute. He said you're cute. Huh? He appreciates it. I promise. So, all right. So, what we got going up here? All right. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about. I'll tell you about what we're doing next week. Okay. So some of you might not know, but I've been invited to go to Uganda with Dave Kaufman of Dave Kaufman's Reptile Adventures, and next week. So we can't do it alone. I'm gonna go, but we can't do it alone. We're gonna need everybody's help. And next week, what we're gonna do is run a live stream from my favorite pet store, Pittsburgh in Edwardsburg, Michigan, where they have lots and lots and lots of animals, lots of lizards. Um, I can't even lizards, tortoises, snakes, different kinds of snakes, colubrids, pythons, boa, um, axolotls, which is my friend Mark, who Mark and Sabrina own the place, and and so we're gonna run a live stream. And what we're doing is, and I'm telling my channel first before we start this marketing for this. What we're doing is we're gonna run a live stream, and I have some guests that are gonna show up with some really unique animals. So be sure to tune in to learn about them because it's gonna be really cool. One of them is the guy who runs the expos out here. His name is Tony Collison at Collison Zoo, and Tony has been so gracious since we've kind of been uh, tapping our business, has been rubbing shoulders here and there because I went and filmed a couple of expos that he held, which are on our channel. So make sure you check those out. But Tony's going to come through. He's got some pretty neat animals. I'm trying to talk my buddy Cody into coming through because he's got some really neat animals too. And Valiant Pigeon. I'm going to go ahead and say Valiant Pigeon is going to be there. I'm going to say he's going to be there. That way he feels obligated. But he raises Cayman, and you probably seen him on one of the Expo episodes. I don't know if it was the Goshen or the Kalamazoo where I did an interview with him. Amazing guy. He's a young guy. He's been doing this a really long time, and he's got some really cool animals, and he's very knowledgeable. So just proud that I know him. Proud that I know the people that are going to come through for this. So we're going to run this thing from the pet store, so we can, and it's going to be a longer live stream. I think we're going to run at least 3 hours. We were talking 3 to 6, maybe 7, depending on how things go. But we're going to be offering what we're asking for is donations for us to get to Uganda, so we could take our channel to the next level and help our brand grow, and hopefully make this a full-time thing eventually, so we can do more with the conservation efforts in our area, more with the educational part of the reptile, loving reptiles, raising reptiles, having reptiles, living amongst reptiles, with reptiles, all the things that we've been wanting to bring to this channel. So this is going to be a great opportunity for us, and we really need everybody's support, and this would be a huge growing point for us. So, and the thing is for everybody who donates to this, right, I'm going to pick you up something in Uganda, and I'll bring it back and send it back to you. Yep. So every donation that you guys send in, and I'll put up the link early for the Venmo in case some of you want to get to it and maybe can't make the live stream. I'll put up the link for the Venmo. I'll try to make a short video or something. Haven't decided yet. And I'll post it here to the channel. So make sure you subscribe so you can get to that. And, if we get over to Uganda, it's gonna change everything for us. So it really would mean a lot for everybody to show up and be a part of what we're trying to do. So, and Dave to answer your question, Candy, I got to go back through some of these comments because I know you guys got a lot of comments. So, Dave is actually going to plug it on his channel as well, the live stream, to kind of help us out because he's such an awesome guy, and he loves doing what he does, and he supports just about everybody who is in it for the right reasons, you know. So, and you know, as you guys know, some of you know, Dave is in the Minnesota episode with Bob Bledsoe, and it's been, you know, it's just been a great opportunity for this channel to know these guys and for him to plug the live stream. I mean, that's a lot of love, and I can't say enough good things about Dave and Bob. So I haven't talked with Bob yet. So Sonia, Candy, let's get on that. Yeah, Dave is such a great guy, and like if you guys watch his, he's got some great educational videos out. Dave Kaufman, D with the A with the funny squiggly thing. You guys know what it's called, V. So don't spell it D-A-V-E because you're not gonna find it. But if you start with that, you'll find his name. It'll pop up on YouTube, and he's got tons of educational videos. Dave travels all over the world all the time, and he's a great channel to watch. I've learned tons from him. I've learned tons from Bob. And I highly recommend both of their channels, highly. So we're hoping to get everybody's support. I know some of you believe in us, and we believe in us, and we know we have the potential to bring a lot of great content to you guys. So I'm hoping, yeah, it's the long A with the straight bar when you type out Dave. Yep. So I'm hoping we can make all this happen. We can come together as a community and make this happen. I can get you guys some cool stuff from Uganda, you know, and we'll be taking down the names that pop up on the Venmo stream, because on Venmo you can see all transactions. So we'll be pulling the names up, and then we'll contact you to get your info, or you can include it in the note, your mailing address. You can include in the note when you make the donation, and that way we can gather the correct information and get everybody everything they deserve, and show the love back that you had shown us. I've never been out of the country before, so yes, this is going to be a huge opportunity for us. It's be exciting for me. It's going to be a huge educational opportunity. I'm going to get to learn a lot more right along with you guys, and I've never been in the jungle before, so you know, I'm really hoping to, you know, I'm a huge fan of primates, bonobos specifically, chimps, apes. Like I said, I love evolution, so you know, every bit of this trip is going to be magic, and I want to share that with you guys. So I'm hoping we can pull this off. I don't know, I can only market it on YouTube and Facebook. I seen somebody said something, I think it was Candy, about how I'm going to market it. I guess I'm going to have to boost some posts, right? And then, like I said, with Dave's help, hopefully things will pan out for us. Like I said, we got some really cool people coming through for the live stream. So there's gonna be a lot of different animals. It's not just gonna be like the coffee with snakes, the normal coffee with snakes. Ugh. This coffee is not good. This is not good. I don't think I'll be buying this bean ever again. Sorry, Starbucks, you dropped the ball on this one. But, where we at? Charlie 1074. That's Charlie is probably my son. I don't see his other comments here. But let me go over here and see if I can scroll up and see the comments. It's not refreshing them over here or something. I don't know. But I think Charlie finally found live stream. Love you, Dad. Yep, that's my kid. That's my oldest son, Jacob. Well, mine and Melody's oldest son, Jacob. My oldest son's name is Devin. I actually have 5 kids. Devin's the oldest, and he's from before my marriage with Melody. But they're all great kids. They're all great kids. So guys, tell your friends, you know, get on your live streams, get on your Patreons you belong to. Man, just tell everybody what we're trying to do. And I know not everybody has to care, right? That's the thing. Not everybody has to care. And not everybody's going to want to help us. But I think what we're trying to do and the positive impact that we're trying to create for this community can carry us through to get this goal met. So, yeah, we really appreciate the support. We really would. Wherever you can donate. I know some people are planning on donating some large amounts, and they will be compensated as they should. Um, but I think just to have the opportunity to go there and film for the channel and bring those opportunities, dude, that's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome, and I'm gonna be with Dave. It's always a good time with Dave. Always. Okay. Daddy, some. Okay, Jacob. So I was trying to figure out how to announce the live streams this morning, and I figured it out. But I figured out I can't do it from the phone where I usually do my live streams from, and then I wasn't signed in to my MacBook for that. So next week I'll be able to put up a link with an invitation and all that neat stuff. Johnny is 7. Okay, so mark your calendars. I want to get back to the comments here. I don't want to take up the whole time talking about, going to Uganda. But again, so the live stream is going to be July 26th, and we're going to be streaming from 3 to 6 p.m. Eastern, maybe 7, depending on how good the live stream goes. We might go longer. It kind of depends, but we're going to be in my favorite pet store with some of my favorite people, Marcus, Sabrina Grossman, and they have tons of stuff to show in there. Like, and Mark, if you've been on my live stream before, he's like the axolotl guy. He's probably what brought them back to the exotics world, as far as people owning and wanting to care for and produce axolotls. Mark has probably had a big hand in supporting that. So very knowledgeable people there. He's got his own axolotl farm, dude. Like, I don't know anybody who grows axolotls, who breeds axolotls, grows axolotls. That's funny. Okay. Candy, I appreciate that. I really do. I really do. Things are tied all over, and it's gonna be tough to pull off. But and I've got some things that are going on too. But the goal of this channel is to eventually have it pay for itself. And as it does that, I get to produce more and more in depth and better content, right? Because we get to upgrade our stuff. Like, you guys should know how it goes. But for the meantime, I've been doing everything I can to do like some neat special stuff. Like the Zoolumination episode I've got to get out. And then we've got the Edward Lowe episode that I'll be doing in the fall with them about their conservation efforts, the eastern rattlesnake specifically, which is native here. So we got that coming up. And it's going to be more than just about the rattlesnake, because they do a lot there. They do a lot for small businesses. I mean, it's a great foundation. Not a lot of people know about Ed Lowe and his wife, and I'm sorry I can't remember her name right now, but he left 2,000 acres in Cass County, Michigan, for conservation efforts. So, I mean, that just speaks volumes about his love for the native wildlife, And I want to be a part of that, and I want to talk about it. I want to bring the story to you guys, and I want to talk about eastern rattlesnakes habitat and where you find them and where to stay away from if you don't want to get bit. I told you I don't want your kidney, Sonia. I told you that last week. She told me that in the text. She said, sell a kidney. I said, I can't. I'm diabetic. Plus, I think I need all the organs I can get, And she said, well, I'll sell one of mine. I don't want your kidney. Well, then she was jealous. Then she was mad, offended that I didn't want her kidney. She's a sweetheart, and I love her to death. I'm going to sell it to somebody else. Okay. Well, don't do that. Don't do that. Guys, I'm going on record live here. I'm telling her not to sell her kidney. So if she goes and does something silly, I'm not responsible for it. I'm not responsible for it. Straight from the source. I'll tell you, stem cells. This guy, man. Ooh, sorry, buddy. Look, Herschel's not being too nervous. I thought he'd be a little more nervous than he is. He's still a little tense, but he's doing fine. Seems to be doing good. Well, I wish Melody would come back with that Starbucks. She's got my car too. She's driving my Mini Cooper right now. She's the only one who gets to drive my car other than me. Jean, are you taking off? Well, I hope you have a great week, man. Try to figure out what it is. I'm gonna Google search the details that you gave us about your lizard. I'm gonna figure out what it is too. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna have some guesses next week. So show up next week. We'll try to guess what kind of lizard you have. And if you have the answer, we'll play a game with it. It'll be cool. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to hit the like button, guys. If you're on the stream right now, make sure you hit the like button because it only helps our channel. Helps our channel to grow, lets more people see it, and gets more people interested in snakes and learning about them. You know, like old sweet Herschel here. He's just a great guy. He's just a great guy. Yeah, I want to talk more about Italy now. My wife was on the live stream earlier. She was commenting, so I don't know if she was on that part, but she's serious. At one point, we were really looking at Sicily. I was trying to figure out what kind of Sicily or Italy. I was trying to figure out what kind of employment they had over there and everything, like what kind of market they had for contractors or people who can fix things, because I'm really good at that. Where am I selling? Can you, Sam? What'd you forget? I missed it. Oh, did you forget? Oh, the like button. Oh, I'm putting it together. You guys type comments faster than I can see them. Orange, kind of blue and green. Orange, blue, and green. Blue and green. That's interesting. I try to Google it over here on the MacBook. I'm gonna put the colors in, guys. Let's see if we can figure out what this is. If it'll let me. I'm not an Apple guy, and I only have it to like edit my episodes, so I might not come up with any information over here. Google. Let's do Google. Okay, so he said orange, kind of blue and green. Orange, blue, and green lizard. I wonder if it's some sort of agama or agama. I had a conversation yesterday about it. I bet you it is. A collared orange and blue lizard, high res, African redhead agamas. Look like that. Agamas, agamas. I think they're agama. I think you pronounce it agama, not agama. I think Melody says agama. I don't know. I talked to a guy yesterday who had some, and he says he doesn't know either. So, so I don't feel bad for not knowing because he breeds them. A collared African redhead agama, right? Which is pretty much a rainbow lizard. I think that's what he. I think that's what you got. Leave me, I'm behind enough as it is. I forgot to smash the like button. Okay. Oh, you traveled a lot to come to Kosovo. Okay. So yeah, I mean, okay. So look, let me see if I'm going to turn this around, guys. Okay. Well, let me just get the screen. That might be easier. Here. And you tell me if he looks like one of these. Okay. Okay, so we have, let's see here. We have, what's that say? Donovan. Okay, I'm losing Herschel. But let's see, this is a common collared over here. on right here is a common collared, and the rest of these are agamas. They're African rainbow lizards. Is another name for them. So, which one? Which one does it look like? Come here, Hirsch. Guys, he just got on the ground. He's just climbing around. He's awesome. He traveled to come to Kosovo. The first one. Okay, the one I was pointing at. Okay, so that's a collard. That's a common collared lizard, which is really cool. Let's go ahead and look them up. Where's the wiki on them? There it is. Visit. Wow, they kind of got a Euromastix face. Common collared lizard, also called the Eastern collared lizard, Oklahoma collared lizard, yellow-headed collared lizard. Okay, there's a lot of names for it. It's a North American species lizard in the family. There's a scientific name I'll leave Dave to pronounce. The common name collared lizard comes from the lizard's distinct coloration, which includes bands of black around the neck and shoulders that look like a collar. So if that's true, that's what it sounds like you have, is a collared lizard, which would be exotic to you, right? Because it looks like it comes from North America. It looks like it comes from here. It's in honor of American mammalologist Vernon Orlando Bailey. The subspecific name is from Fernando Orlando Bailey, which I think he probably had something to do with discovering, or at least classifying that lizard. Yeah, that's pretty cool. You know, because where I'm going, like it's cool to think about what's yeah, Melody, just like the ones in Florida the dog used to chase. Don't worry, guys. She never got to any of them. She doesn't hurt animals. She just, I don't know. It's the chase that gets her. It's the thrill of the chase. Um, but it's cool to think about. I mean, I'm in the wrong country. Yeah, he's in Kosovo. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Did I say something wrong? I might have. It is a live stream. So yeah, it looks like you got a collared lizard. That's pretty cool. Johnny likes to play hide and seek. So what does he do to play hide and seek? Is it like, are you doing something specific at that time with him, or I just wonder because the ball pythons like to play hide, but they don't like to play seek. They just hide, unless they're hungry, or they like to come out on the front of the enclosure sometimes when they get curious. So then I open the doors and let them out, kind of let them check things out. He goes under the beds. How big is he? How big do they get? I didn't see that on the wiki. I wonder how big they get. Because I know my buddy Tony Collison, he's got rhino iguanas, man, that are just massive. They're huge. And he's going to be on the live stream next week. I don't know what he's bringing, but I know he's got a lot of cool stuff. He's got sugar gliders and stuff like that too. Yeah, family friendly, man. I mean, that's cool. We're all proud of you. Good to know, man. But yeah, we got kids that come on here, so and we're really just about, community and animals and the positive impact we can have on them. and they can have on us. Because owning a snake is great. Owning any animal, I think, is great as long as you're doing it right and you're caring for them. You'll get a lot of enrichment out of them. Uh, the live will start. The live on July 26th for the Uganda trip is going to start at 3 p.m. is the plan. I don't think anything's changing. We kind of threw this all together in the last few days. David made this suggestion, and I thought it was a great idea, so we ran with it. I got some people involved, so it should be a pretty good live stream. Um, and It starts at 3 p.m. We'll be going till 6, from 6 to, or yeah, we're going till 6, maybe 7, like I said, depending on how good the live stream is. So, we'll see. If it's a super wild live stream, we'll be going for a while. We got a lot to talk about, especially being in the pet store. I mean, there's just so many things in there to talk about. Um, and Mark and Sabrina are just some of the sweetest people I've ever met in my life, man. They're really good friends. They're always looking out for us. We're always trying to look out for them. It's just an all love relationship. So it'd be good chemistry on the camera too, I think. I think I'm like missing some of these comments because I don't understand. I don't know. Oh, she's a bird dog. Are you talking about Lola Melody? I don't know. Is okay. You said he hates the rain. Is he hiding under the bed right now? And then Ajan, I still don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I think I am, but you could always go on our Facebook. You can find us on Facebook, Earthbound Misfits, Exotics, and more. And if you find us on Facebook, and we'll have the same, you'll see the logo from the channel is our profile picture as well. Go on there and post a picture of your lizard in one of the comments. I'll find it. He's in his cage eating his food. That's good. I think it's about to rain here. It's supposed to rain right around 10 o'clock here. So, and we're running up on that quick. You don't have Facebook. We're on, I don't know what all you have, but we're on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, of course, YouTube. I don't know if we're on Twitter yet. Maybe I should do a Twitter. I haven't really messed with Twitter a lot in the last year, so. Yeah, and I was looking on the YouTube if there was a place where my subscribers could, send pictures and comment and stuff like that. But even in the comments on our regular post, they won't let you post a picture, and that sucks because it makes it harder to do stuff like that. Because we were wanting to look at candy snakes last week, and you still haven't posted a picture of your snakes on the Facebook, Candy. We'll see them though. I got lots of pictures of Sonia snakes though. So yeah. Um, so yeah, July 26th, 3 o'clock. Um, we'll post the Venmo link. We'll have it up on our social media sites. I'm going to try to make a little short video that'll have that information there as well. Here, and I'll have it out in the next day or so. And then I'm going to try to get the QR code on screen and all that, so it'll be easy for people to scan and donate. Oh, did you email me? You emailed me a pic of cornflake. Okay, I'll check my emails. I'm sorry I missed it. My dad said that he's sick, so we'll bring him to the vet. Well, I hope he feels better if he is sick. I hope nothing's wrong with him, nothing serious, you know. Dude, so speaking of teeny tiny snakes, sorry, I was reading comments, guys. Speaking of teeny tiny snakes, okay, so I went to Kalamazoo yesterday for the expo, and I found these little tiny Everglades rat snakes, man, and they were babies. They had the derpiest eyes, and they were smaller than an earthworm, or as small as an earthworm. Tiny little things. I fell in love with them. And it took me so much self control to not buy it, but I'd have been in trouble. we're in between the houses right now. There's no way I can make another purchase right now. Just not good, very responsible idea. But I found a new snake I love a lot. So you know what that means. More than just Venmo. Um, I don't, I have Cash App, but I don't trust Cash App at all. They just, somebody just tried to rob my wife not too long ago through Cash App and Facebook Pay. So let me work on that. I would like to get, I got Chime. I don't know, if people have Chime or whatever, but I thought Venmo would be a good place to put it. That's where I've done a lot of my contracted business funding through, and for customers to pay me through there. And I have to find something. You're right, though. I probably need an alternative. Apple Pay. That's not a bad idea. I should set up an Apple Pay. PayPal just changed their rules. So like PayPal. So the problem with using PayPal is if people don't market specifically, it takes a percentage, and not everybody knows that, especially when you're dealing with a business. Um, it'll take a percentage, and I don't want that to happen. So I haven't used Ghost. Ghost is here. What's going on, man? Nice to see you, man. Nice to see you. We're almost at the end, but I think we're going over today, so we're already over a few minutes. It's fine. So great to see you, man. Yeah, PayPal. Okay, guys, we'll get a PayPal somewhere set up. I'm not gonna put my name in PayPal. I don't think it's fair. Hey, no worries, man. No worries. I'm just glad to see you. You think about us and you show up, and that's the important part, man. It's awesome. Really appreciate you being here. So, just to catch you up a real quick, for anybody who's just showing up, Ghost here. So next week we're gonna be running a live stream. Dave Kaufman invited us to go to Uganda with him and to get some film and to provide some more educational opportunities for everybody, including myself. But we're trying to get the funding to go because Uganda is not cheap. So next week we're going to be running a live stream, July 26th from 3 to 6, maybe 7ish, depending on how good the live stream goes. And we're going to be accepting donations to get us there. And everybody who donates to the trip to Uganda, I'll pick something up straight from the streets of Uganda, and when I get back home, send it to you. So we'll be gathering, postal information so we can get you your stuff sent over. Either I'll put out the email and you guys can send it to me through your email, and that way I can get you your stuff when you do donate. Whoever does donate, make sure you get your stuff, because I like eclectic stuff. So it's going to be interesting what I decide to pick out there. So yeah, it's I want everybody to show up. We're really excited about this opportunity. We're excited about getting to go to Minnesota, but to get to go out of the country and go somewhere like Africa, go somewhere, Uganda, and check out the jungles. I mean, it's going to change everything for us. It's going to change everything for us, and I would love it if all of my subscribers were a part of that, because you know like some of we get to be like family on here, and I would just so I would just love to share that experience with you guys, man. Like I can't think of any other set of people I would want to share that experience with more. You know, it's sad my wife won't get to go, unfortunately, unless this thing garners a whole lot. But um, but we're gonna take the channel there, and we're gonna take you guys there virtually through us. So I'm really excited, man. I just thanks, Ghost. I'm really excited too. I had someone trying to hack into my bank account by setting up an Apple and Google Pay. Nice. Oh, you're going to Happy Basins. That's awesome, man. That's right up your alley too, isn't it? Because Amy. So I got so many questions for you, man. I got so many questions for you. You know, how's the snake doing? Just send me some messages if you don't want to talk about it on live. But I really want to. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm so sorry. So sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. But send me, yeah, send me. Let me know how. Let me know how the python, how the green tea python's doing, man. You know, I've been thinking about you and your snake for a couple weeks now, and that's awesome. Yeah, I'd love to meet Amy, man. If you can, direct her over to my channel or direct her over to my Facebook. Tell her about us. I haven't really tried to link up with Amy yet. Uh, you know, I've been busy doing this and doing things with Bob, and now doing things with Dave. But Amy is ever since I seen Amy when Amy and Bob went and did that when they released the Snakes in the Jungle. Ever since that episode, like I seen her face, and she's just like the sweetest person to get to know. And the way she cares for her snakes and the way she sets up those enclosures, dude, are amazing. Like if I had the room, that's what my enclosures would look like. I promise that. Okay, all right, bye, Jean. I was gonna, I was gonna say something about your comment about your lizard being released in December. I don't know what you mean by that, but maybe next week, we'll talk about it some more. You know, I'm interested. I'm gonna know what you mean by released. Oh, released from the vet or released? I don't know. Yeah, send me an update on Patreon, Ghost. Let me know. Let me know what's going on, man. I'm super interested. Um, and make sure you send I love to Amy. You know, so we don't know each other, but we support everything she does. And I'm always watching her Instagram videos, and I'm always trying to keep up with her because I think she is just an amazing character, especially in this in the reptile community. It's good to have characters like that. She's awesome. Bye, Johnny. Hopefully he feels better, right? Have a good, safe trip to the vet. Come back with a clean bill of health. That's important. And hopefully we'll see you next week. And give us an update on what's going on with your lizard, man. Because now I'm going to be thinking about it all week. I wonder what's going on with the lizard. You know? Look at this guy. He's about done for. Yeah, Jacob. Jacob. When I say Jacob, I'm talking Charlie 1704. That's my son. It is going to be an amazing opportunity. And I'd never thought. I mean, you know your dad. You know he does big things. You know, when he gets an idea, he just runs and creates some amazing stuff. If I have to say it myself, I will. You know, everything I do, I do all the way. You can count on that. So, you know, I'm I'm super excited. Uganda's gonna be great. I wish I could take my whole family. That would be amazing. So, okay, guys. So I think yeah, we're over an hour. I'm fine with it. I'm chilling. Still waiting for Melody to get back with my Starbucks. You know, Herschel doesn't seem to mind so much. He calmed down a little bit. Just hanging out, literally. But you know, I don't even know. So I seen a meme the other day that said it reminded me of me going to Uganda. It when I go okay, because you got to get vaccinations, right? So I seen this meme that said DKK Gaming said hi. How you doing? I DKK. Um, oh crap, what was I saying? What was I saying, guys? What was I talking about just now? See, I get distracted by the comments and I forget where I'm at in my conversation. What were we talking about? I'm gonna take another drink of this nasty coffee. Will not be featuring this bean again next week or any other week. Starbucks espresso bean gets the from me. I don't like it at all. Um, Vaccinations. Oh, right. The meme. See, that's why I love having you around, Sonia. Okay. So the meme said, what did it say? Something about, um, it said, what are your goals? The guy says, to pet all the reptiles. Doctor says, no, I mean fitness goals. To be healthy enough to run fast enough to pet all the reptiles. And that's going to be me in Uganda. I got to be healthy enough and fast enough that I can pet everything. Yeah. Because that's what I want to do. I want to pet everything. So maybe I won't make it back from Uganda. No, I will. I will. I won't be dangerous, guys. I'll be all right. I'll be okay. But I am going to try to touch and pet everything I see that I can, that Dave says, okay. Because he knows better than I do. Don't touch that snake. Okay. Are you sure, Dave? Yes. Yes. This guy, man. I just love that he's out with us today. It's he's just been so reclusive for weeks now. You know, and he's one of my favorite guys, man. I saw him the other day. It reminded me of Uganda. Oh yeah, okay. You're catching me up to myself. That's awesome. Oh, I can't remember what I'm talking about, guys. I'm gonna do great in Uganda. Things are gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I can't wait. I can't wait to go. I can't wait to go. But yeah, you guys know what I mean when you see a snake in the wild. You just want to go touch it. You know, pick it up and talk to it and look at it and treat it like another friend, or at least observe it and respect its space. You know. Um, Man. So I hope I see everybody next week. Because I'm contemplating. I think I'll still get up Sunday morning and do the coffee with snakes live stream. I think it's important we keep that going because it's been a pretty communal thing, and I like the direction it's going. You know, we usually reach some more people, and I get to see you guys. You know, my regulars every week, and that's awesome because you're all over the country and in different countries, and that's the greatest thing about the internet when it's not misused, right? We bring people together from all over the world under common interest and have some great conversation. So it'll be great. Yeah, Candy, I think we're gonna wrap it up right now because we're at an hour and 13. We usually only do this for an hour because I don't want to take up too much people's times. But before we sign off, July 26th, the Uganda trip. You come and donate. We're gonna give you some free gifts from Uganda. Help us get there. We'll be live from Pittsburgh and Edwardsburg, Michigan, with lots of neat animals, some special guests. So be sure to tune in July 26th from 3 to 6, okay? I really appreciate you guys being here. We love you, man. Thanks for your support. And until next time, stay wild, but keep your feet on the ground. See you then.